Hello and welcome again to Prohibition University and another of our quick little demonstration videos on things that you can do at home. Recall from a previous video last year in 2016 that we had made some apricot liquor, if you will, or apricot schnapps as I think I called it. Aged it for a very short time in a small oak cask, and yes, it's definitely okay to drink, but I've decided to repurpose it, if you will, and I've decided to try my hand at making some Amaretto. So, what did I do? This morning I trundled off to the farmer's market and I got myself a big bag of apricots, product of probably Washington State or California. And that sound you just heard is my oven heating up here. So what I did is I carved the apricots in half and I removed the inner pit or the inner stone, and then simply used my trusty hammer and a tea towel and I smacked every one of those stones and I broke them apart. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to roast these at 350 degrees for half an hour in the oven. And that's going to add to the flavor. And then I'm going to add those roasted apricot pits to the apricot schnapps, and I'm going to let it sit for probably a good month. And the alcohol will soak that beautiful flavor out of those pits. And to add further layers of flavor, I'm going to add some dried Turkish apricots, which I got at the grocery store. I'll probably cut them up into quarters before I add them to the alcohol. And I just want to wrap up by saying that there is a lot of contention, a lot of confusion out there about cyanide. In our workshops, we tell people do not ferment fruit with the stones in it, and there's a very simple reason for that. These stones, whether it's an apricot, a peach, a plum, or what have you, they typically contain an organic acid or compound called laetrile, and laetrile is a source of benzaldehyde, which is an ester or a phenol. It's flavor. That's what gives Amaretto its flavor. Now, if you expose the apricot pit to an enzyme, such as beta amylase, which you would typically find in a ferment of fruit if you added some additional enzymes to assist with the fermentation of the fruit, you could actually find that your fermented mash did contain trace amounts of cyanide. Not good. Likewise, if a person was to ingest enough of these pits, the beta amylase is the enzyme in our saliva, in our gut. That would actually create enzyme in our system and poison us. But we're not doing any of the above. We are simply taking these roasted apricot pits, putting them in alcohol. There is none of that beta amylase enzyme in the alcohol. Therefore, problem solved. I don't have to worry about poisoning myself. Once I've soaked the apricots in the alcohol for a good month, I'll remove everything, filter it, strain it, and then I will simply add either honey or some simple syrup to sweeten it to taste, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if all goes well, I will have some semblance of Amaretto. So you too can try this at home, even if you're not a home distiller. Get yourself some vodka and get yourself a bag of apricots and have fun. Thanks for watching and have a great day, and stay tuned to the website for more information and more videos.